Do not get the iPhone 16. Seriously, don't get it. And here's why. One, let's get into the camera. Honestly, do not look at my greasy face. Unless you're a professional photographer or you use this for professional use, the camera, you don't really need to get the 16 for that. The cameras on the older iPhones would do just fine if you're the average consumer. Even if you're not the average consumer, these iPhone qualities, the cameras in them, is just marvelous and it lasts for so long. So you needing to upgrade to the 16 does you no justice, unless you just want to or you just have money to burn. Me personally, wouldn't do it. Even if I was rich, I have the 14 Pro Max and I'm using it right now to record. It's beautiful, can't you tell? The blurred background, at least I hope it's blurred. Might be blurred, I don't know. But it's a waste of money. Do not get it. You get the typical 48 megapixel camera, which has been going on for like the past 5 generations. The same 12 megapixel camera. It's the same. The only difference within these cameras is where they put it at. Be on the back. It could be on the vertical. It could be diagonal. It could be over the 3 camera, which is on the Pro model. It does not matter. It is the same thing. They just word it to you differently so you can buy it. And you know that, but you still choose to buy it. Why? I don't know why. Come on now. Price. You know the price is going to be up there. If you cannot afford $1,000, it's a crime for a phone to be worth $1,000, in my opinion. But if you can afford it, go for it. Be my guest. But as an average consumer, you do not need to spend another $1,000 when you just spent $1,000 last year getting the 15, or the year before that getting the 14, right? So if you truly do need an upgrade, get the 15 or 14, because every year a new phone comes out, the previous model drops in price. You basically get the same thing. The only difference is the name, pretty much. So I would highly advise you to make the smart investment and do not get the 16. I would either get the 14 or 15 if necessary. That depends on what phone you currently have right now. I will leave that for you to judge. But as far as the 16, I would definitely don't waste $1,000 on it. And quite frankly, I would tell you to go to Samsung. They're the same thing, if not more. I think the base model is for like $1,000, and depending on the storage you get, could be $1,300 up. Same thing with Apple. I think the Max, the iPhone 16 Pro Max, I think with like a terabyte or 2 terabytes. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'll put it up here. It's like $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. For what? You can go and get a professional camera for that. That does just the same thing, if not better, at a job. But hey, you don't see anybody else doing that, do you? I mean, sure, the colors look cool and all. Sure. But they're basic colors. They're the same thing. You can get D-brand skins with those colors if you truly wanted to. I mean, you should not get an iPhone for the color. If you get an iPhone for the color, you're stupid, for one. 2, it's a bad investment. 3, why? And 4, don't do it. Do not get something just because it's in the moment, or, oh, it's cool, everybody else is getting it, let me get it. No, be smart. Don't be stupid. Get the 14, get the 15, get the 13. By all means, please do. Like, I have nothing against the 16, man. I truly don't. But I was highly disappointed during the Apple event. Because I'm thinking, when they're releasing it, and the CEO, Tim, how he releases it, dude, how he says things, it just catches people's attention. And that's how Apple gets you. And so I'm thinking it's about to be an innovation, revolution changing. But as of every year, I get disappointed. And it's the same thing, literally. I'm actually quite disappointed. If you really think about it, this iPhone 16 is really the XR, just with an extra camera. If you look at them side by side, you can tell. It kind of looks like the 16. I mean the XR. So, honestly, I felt like we get scammed. And to be fair, Apple has been doing that for quite some time. But I'm not bashing Apple. I'm not. Apple, you're an amazing company. I'm recording this video with an iPhone. I have an iPad. I have an Apple Watch, and I have a MacBook over here. So I love Apple products, but you gotta know when and where to spend your money and how to make your money work for you to make it worth it. And if you're getting the 16, it's not worth it unless you're coming from an older model of iPhones, maybe like the iPhone 6 to the iPhone 7, iPhone 10, whatnot. Sure, upgrade. But if you're at least 13, I'll say 12 and up, well, might be upgrade from the 12. If you're 13 and up, don't get it. Now, I did notice that they added a little sidebar for your camera. Or, I mean, you can use it for other features, I guess, but mostly for the camera. Useless. It's just another feature that that's evolutionary, as you would say. It's not. I can do the same feature inside the camera app. I'm totally fine with that. I am okay with opening my app and having to do it that way versus just basically the lazy way. It's what it is. Like, why do I need that? I can get a pro camera and do the same thing. I don't need it. What if I'm working? What if I'm on my phone, right? It could be sensitive for all I know. And I'm just working away, and out of nowhere, the camera app's open. And I didn't even want it to open. But no, because you have that little fucking button right there. I can't help it. And another thing I've noticed when they do with these Apple events, they always talk about the specs and the specifications of the phone. And as far as the average consumer, they don't know what that means. That's how they get you. The words, how they say it, when they say it, and they know when to say it, which is the same thing I said before. But for instance, fixed rate or megahertz per second or megabits per second, Mbps, gigabytes. Everybody should know what gigabytes is. All these big technical terminologies that only techie people would truly understand, like myself, of course. Not saying, I'm just him. But anyway, to the average consumer, you guys are not going to get excited about that. You guys won't understand it. You're just going to get it because, one, you're a bandwagoner. Two, since it's Apple, you got to get it. Or three, you're stupid. That's really it. Don't mean no hard feelings out there. If you already have the 16, enjoy it. Hope you got your money's worth. There's nothing wrong with it. There's a lot of pros when it comes to the iPhone, but this specifically is reasons why not to get it. Do not get it. It's not worth it. Personally, at the end of the day, you have to make your own personal decision to see if it's worth it for you. Like I said, to the average consumer, not worth it. However, I will give them credit where it's due. With the Pro Max, the 6.8-inch screen display. Now, I don't know why someone would need a mini tablet in their pocket, but if you prefer that, that's an option. I mean, it's good, I guess, but do you really want a mini tablet in your pocket? Because 10 years ago, a tablet is 7 inches. The average tablet was 7 inches. Obviously, we have progressed since 10 years, but it seems like 6.8 inches is the new thing, and the tablet is just 50 inches. I don't see why we need that big of a screen, but that's where we're at. But kudos to those that do get it. It's stupid, but if you can afford it. In conclusion, other than these, how should I say this? Other than this year's phone being the same exact phone and everything for the past 5-6 years or so, you can still choose to get it if you want. And like I said before, this is a personal choice. Look at the pros, look at the cons, put them together. Whoever wins, that will be your answer to see if you need to get the phone or not. But just wanted my overview. This is my opinion. These are not facts. Strictly my opinion from what I know in my experience with the iPhone. Like I said, the iPhone I have right now works amazing. This is the 14 Pro Max. I honestly probably won't upgrade for another 5 years. Like I said, that's just me. You go by you and you do you. And just let it be. Simple. Enjoy. Why did I say enjoy? It's posted in the beginning of the video. Oh well. Well, the more you know.